called the savanna. The savanna is home to many of Africa's popular animals, including the giraffes, the elephants, and the lions. The giraffes and the lions are my favorite animals out here, and you might see them today. Coming up on the right here is a baobab tree, also known as the tree of life, because hundreds of gallons of water is stored in their trunks, which is why those trunks are so big and wide. Oh, well friends, this view right here is my favorite view of the savanna. You can see for miles and miles. And let's see what animals we can find.
Oh. Wow.
So coming up on the right here is this very big antelope. That is an eland, and they can stand up to 6 feet tall and weigh up to 2,000 pounds. Right now he is rocking a flower crown, and that's how he gets the girls. That's his way of impressing them. One time he had a whole branch on his head. That was quite funny to see. He's one of my favorite animals. He's very handsome. Now on the left here I see a den. A den is where we might find the painted dogs. And I see a whole pack of them on the left here, laying down along the rocks. That corner back there, all spread out.
Hyenas?
They are one of Africa's most successful hunters. When they hunt, they will hunt in packs, and they will chase down their prey until it drops from exhaustion. So it makes them even more successful than the lions and the cheetahs. If you look on the left, kind of laying down in that open area on that hill under the trees, kind of camouflaging, is a very dark antelope, and that is the sable antelope. And they have a lifespan of about 17 years in the wild. Now I'm not sure why he's by himself. He usually has his friends with him. It looks like he's hanging solo today. Now coming up on the left here, I see a herd of wildebeest. Their African name is Gnu, spelled a G-N-U, because of the grunts they make, which sounds like a new. So kind of like a cow's mooing the sound. Now they can go about 5 days without drinking any water, but only if they have to. Let's see what else we can find out here. These are very tiny antelopes on the right laying down are the springbok, and they do have the ability to spring up in the air 6 feet. And they do stand about 3 feet tall. They are very tiny.
Blocking your eyes, sort of.
So if you look all around you, you can see these tall grasses. The savanna is also known as the Serengeti grasslands. And the grasslands can span for miles and miles. sometimes animals will camouflage with the tall grasses. So be on the lookout for those camouflaging animals. I do see some cows up ahead here. And they will be on the right hand side under those palm trees. And those are the Ankole cattle. And those horns can be up to 4 feet long. And they'll use them to keep cool. They're hollow inside, so they do weigh between 5 to 10 pounds.
Big old cow.
Zebra. Zebras.
Oh yeah,
So
there's
get
zebras.
those cameras out. Because on the left here, I see a tower. A tower is a group of giraffes.
Oh wow, it's a giraffe.
They are the tallest animal. They can stand up to 18 feet tall and be up to 6 feet tall when they are born. Out here we do have the Maasai giraffe, and they get their name because they do come from the Maasai region of Africa. Hence the name Maasai giraffe.
Yeah, there's 3.
On the left here, right by the road, is a Hartman's zebra. Our zebra's kick is so strong that it could break a lion's jaw. Kicking is their main form of
Elephant.
defense.
There's an elephant.
There's an elephant.
Well, looks like we are making our way into a monkey point. That's where we might find the monkeys, like the mandrills. And it looks like on the right, I found an elephant by the water. Now, that is an African elephant, and you can tell because we are in Africa. But you can also tell by looking at their ears. They have very big ears, and they kind of resemble the shape of Africa. So since they are back here by themselves, that means their herd might be around here somewhere. So I think we should go try to find them. Up ahead here, we do have to cross over this very old bridge. So I'm gonna go slow and let's see what happens. Okay, so far so good. Take it nice and slow. And it looks like we made it. Alright, I do see some recent elephant activity up ahead. There's some tusker marks you might play on either side. The elephants will eat in the right place because it's like a mega vitamin for them. It's jam-packed with lots of vitamins and minerals. That's very important because they do eat a mainly plant-based diet. So on any given day, they can eat up to 300 pounds of food. We do have quite a few elephants on the left here. Up ahead. You might get a better view around the corner here more. So their main threat is us humans, and that's because the poachers will go after them for their ivory tusk. And in fact, every day, 96 elephants will lose their lives due to poaching. So it's very sad, because at this rate, within 10 years, they could go extinct. But here at Harambe and all over Africa, we are working very hard on protecting these elephants from the poachers.
Let's see.
If you look on the left-hand side, coming up, we have the greater flamingos. They get their pink feathers from their diets, and they will usually eat shrimp, which are high in keratin.
I told you.
The keratin is what makes their feathers turn pink.
Tell her what.
Oh, Lord, she said
I do have a fun little fact about them.
about their diet.
A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. What's a flamboyance of flamingos? Well, we are making our way into the East Savannah. And this is where we might find the lions, the cheetahs, the ostrich, the warthogs, and we might even find some white rhinos. But on the left here, I see some mud wallows, which is a great sign of the rhinos. They play around in the mud because it helps them keep cool on hot days, and the mud acts like a sunscreen because they do have a very sensitive skin. And I do see a rhino on the right here,
Rhino.
on this hilltop.
Yeah.
They're all laying down right there.
Oh, God.
We'll get another view around the corner here.
There's like 4 or 5 of them.
Now the white rhino can weigh between 4,000 and 5,000 pounds. So they are pretty big. They're bigger than the black rhino we saw earlier in the forest.
He's got charge.
Around here we might find the cheetah. And I do see one on the left here, laying flat down, kind of in that corner, far back, right by that tree. That's a just laying down, and that's what it looks like. Now they are the fastest land mammal, and they can reach up to speeds of about 70 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. And unlike most big cats, they cannot hoard, but they do have the ability to purr like house cats.
Oh, yeah, this is where lions would be.
So thinking about cats, so we might find those lions around here, because I do see a copy, and a copy is this big rock formation. The lions will use the copy as a place to rest and to relax, and they'll also use it as a vantage point to watch over the savannah. So keep your eyes open for those lions. They might be home today. Or they might be sleeping. Those lions are inactive up to 20 hours a day, which means they are nocturnal animals. They do tend to become a lot more active at nighttime. Over on the left here, kind of far back behind those trees and rocks, are some of the warthogs. They'll use their tusks, their snouts, and their feet to make those barrows. They will occasionally reuse barrows from other animals. And over here on your right, I see some of the ostrich. The ostrich are birds and they have wings, but they cannot fly. They'll use their wings to change direction while running. If you look on the ground, you can see some eggs, and those are the ostrich eggs. Those eggs are very, very strong. If you want it to, you can stand on the egg and it will not break. They're strong because the female ostrich will consume large amounts of calcium. And those eggs, they do weigh about 3 pounds each. Alright, so it looks like we are making our way into the Gotti Glen. It's one of my favorite parts of the reserve because it's kind of new. Magadi means hot springs in Swahili. And we do have some springs on the right, I see. I'm not seeing any animals right now. They might be still sleeping, or they might be keeping it cool somewhere. I'm going to keep on moving along here. Well, friends, those gates unfortunately means that we have reached the end of our journey to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. I would like to thank you for choosing Kilimanjaro Safaris, because when it comes to safaris, we go wild. If you want to see some more animals, I do recommend checking out the Morello Falls Exploration Trail. It's just short and easy hike over here to Harambe, where you might find restaurants, coffee, even some deer cows. If you travel over to Asia, they have the Maharaja Jungle Trek. That's another hike that you can do very easy, and that's where you can find